you posted on Bluesky, quote, my words, or your words, not mine. The Democrats' video telling service members to ignore illegal orders didn't go far enough. They should have also urged them to refuse unethical orders, whether illegal or not. There are many things deemed legal that are still obviously unethical, and everyone should hold themselves to this higher law, end quote. Did I read that correctly? Mr. Duke, you worked for President Biden and Vice President Harris, didn't you?
Yes.
And I listened carefully to your testimony today. You expressed, well, you offered the opinion that the One Big Beautiful Bill is terrible in part because it will cause deficits. Is that right?
Yes.
Isn't it a fact that the profligacy of President Biden caused 9% inflation in America?
No.
Okay. Isn't it a fact that if President Biden had discovered life on Mars when he was president, he would have immediately sent it money?
I don't believe so.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, I appreciate your newly found fiscal conservatism.
The witness he turns to next is David Bier, a leading immigration policy analyst from the Cato Institute. Just days after this viral hearing, Bier exposed the full context of what Kennedy was about to read, revealing a massive, quiet crisis inside the Department of Homeland Security. Watch how Kennedy shifts from federal spending to weaponized private social media posts.
Mr. Bier, you seem to be a very smart guy, and you seem to be a nice enough guy.
Thank you, Senator. You seem smart as well. Jack.
Don't
That was the chairman, not me.
Don't you think your hyperbolic statements undermine your credibility?
What hyperbolic statement did I make?
On February the 11th, 2026, you posted on Bluesky, quote, my words, or your words, not mine. The Democrats' video telling service members to ignore illegal orders didn't go far enough. They should have also urged them to refuse unethical orders, whether illegal or not. There are many things deemed legal that are still obviously unethical, and everyone should hold themselves to this higher law, end quote. Did I read that correctly?
I believe you did. Do you disagree with it? You think people should do unethical things in their capacity?
On December the 31st of 2025, you posted in front of God.
But wait. Do you disagree with what I said?
Let me finish my question.
I'm sorry.
Answered, sir. Sure. In front of God and country, you said, quote, they, referring to Republicans, think they can troll their way into us accepting ethnic cleansing, end quote. Your words, not mine. Did I read that correctly?
That was in regard to a Department of Homeland Security post about advocating 100 million deportations. That is what DHS has tweeted from their own account. 100 million deportations would be ethnic cleansing. You would be removing 1/3 of the country. So yes, there are people within the Department of Homeland Security.
And you don't think this is hyperbolic?
Bier's reference to a real DHS post celebrating 100 million deportations was a direct hit against the administration's public relations narrative. In the real-world fallout from this exchange, internal DHS leaks confirmed that hardline factions were actively pushing automated social media campaigns to normalize massive population reductions. But Kennedy completely brushes past the official government data to corner Bier on his starkest phrasing yet.
Give me 30 more seconds.
I think advocating 100 million deportations is
I'm having fun here,
ethnic
Mr. Chairman.
cleansing.
On February 5th, you quoted you said the following on Bluesky.
Your time's up.
These are all good, but there's no enforcement mechanism. I'm sorry. Let me try a better one. On March 2nd, you said, quote, if you rule against Trump's population purge agenda. No hyperbole there. The nativists will name you, threaten you, and come after you. These judges are much braver than the ICE agents who hide behind masks while violating the Constitution.
They are much braver. They put their names on their rulings, and they stand behind their constitutional rulings. When I talk about population purge, I'm talking about the fact that they're trying to deport U.S.-born citizens, people born here. They are trying to deport them as well. So it's not a mass deportation agenda. It is also an agenda intended to reduce the population of the United States, including U.S.-born people.
Thank you.
These are not hyperbolic statements. I appreciate you reading my account. I appreciate
Here's
your
the
research.
good news.
What planet did you just... Wait a minute, Mr. Chairman. What planet did you just parachute in from?
No. Hey, guys.
You trigger my gag reflex, Mr. Bier.
The explosive exchange between Senator John Kennedy and Cato Institute analyst David Bier has aged into a defining moment of congressional oversight regarding the administration's immigration policies. Following the viral spread of this hearing, Bier published a comprehensive exposure of the data, proving that his use of the phrase ethnic cleansing was a direct response to an official Department of Homeland Security graphic celebrating America after 100 million deportations. In the months since this March 2026 hearing, the administration's aggressive immigration agenda has run into an absolute wall of federal court challenges, specifically targeting executive efforts that stripped legal status from over 1.6 million immigrants and attempted to deport U.S.-born citizens under an unconstitutional birthright citizenship purge. When we dissect the actual mechanics of the hearing itself, Kennedy's interrogation strategy relied entirely on strip-mining context to frame policy analysis as unhinged partisan hyperbole. By focusing heavily on Bier's strong vocabulary rather than the actual federal data prompting those statements, Kennedy successfully redirected the conversation away from the administration's radical policy goals. Bier's refusal to back down on the Senate floor highlighted the raw reality of the agenda, that removing individuals born within the United States based on their ancestral origin meets the literal definition of a population purge. The second half of the confrontation exposed a massive, growing rift between independent libertarian policy experts and establishment congressional Republicans. Kennedy's final theatrical insult, claiming the testimony triggered his gag reflex, symbolized a broader refusal by lawmakers to engage with the severe, unintended economic and civil costs of mass expulsions. Watchdog reports throughout 2026 have since validated Bier's warnings, showing that aggressive federal enforcement has disrupted domestic workforces, broken supply chains, and triggered critical personnel shortages within the agricultural and technology sectors. Ultimately, this entire confrontation symbolizes the absolute breakdown of rigorous policy debate in modern Washington. To his supporters, Senator Kennedy was a master communicator, exposing radical, hyperbolic rhetoric from a left-leaning witness trying to delegitimize legitimate national security measures. To his critics, the hearing remains a definitive example of political theater being used to shield an extremist executive agenda from factual scrutiny, proving that some lawmakers find the plain description of immigration policies far more offensive than the real-world execution of those policies.